In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you just how I got through the most devastating events of my life, losing both my parents within 6 years of each other and before I turned 30. In 2015, my mom passed away from cancer. At this point, she had been battling cancer for many years, and I just remember the struggle and her going through treatment, all the pain that she went through during that time. If any of you have or have had a family member go through, illnesses or like really tough times in regards to their health, you would understand that you almost feel like you're going through that pain with them. And I would definitely say this is how I felt during that time. And I don't have this video script out or anything like that. I'm just going to share how I really feel, about the situation and going through it all. We had just moved to the country as well, to the UK, in 2013. This was a very difficult time for myself and my family because it was a case whereby we're in a new country. We don't have a lot of support because we're not quite used to the environment. We didn't have a lot of friends or a lot of family around. And like I said, we came into the country 2013, and then when we came to the country, put it this way, the UK government would rather have you back to your country than staying here. So they would do everything possible to deter you from staying. We experienced a lot of pushback, and so we had to go through ups and downs when it came to immigration, settling down and all of that. But by far, the most difficult thing that we experienced was my mom going through chemotherapy, because at the time I didn't have a job. I really wanted to help her, but I didn't have a job. So we had to just rely on church community and all of that. So that's how we were able to kind of like get through that period of time. So we benefited a lot from community, and these are people that we didn't even know prior to coming to the UK. So we met them in this country and they were lovely people. So when I say my family and I mean my siblings. I've got 3 other siblings. They're all younger than I am. So you can imagine this is a lot of navigating for them as well, because they're young and they don't really understand to the full extent of why they have to go through certain things. I think when you see a loved one go through such difficult time, you start to ask yourself or blame yourself for not being able to help them in that particular situation that they're going through. That would be, I wasn't able to help them financially, and I knew that helping my family financially was the biggest thing I could do to help at the time. So yeah, it was quite interesting to go through memory lane to understand how that whole thing transpired. So 2015 she passed away, and I'm so sorry if this story is all over the place, because in like so many years this is the first time I've actually taken time out to think about all of the things that transpired in my life. Since then I've gotten married, I've had a child, I've built a business, so much has happened in that space of time. Most importantly, I'm grateful to God for every journey, every step of the way, for every milestone, everything that I have accomplished. I just want to thank God for that. Fast forward 2021, just before the pandemic as well. I feel like my dad, after my mom's passing, just switched off from life. I feel like he wasn't interested anymore. And who knows? Maybe the man had been praying that, God take my life. I don't want to be here without my wife. Who really knows? But 6 years after my mom passing away, he died as well. So I just, when I think about it now, I'm thinking about it from a place of empathy. Like, I really understand. Well, I don't understand because I haven't been through that, but I can imagine what he's had to live with, or him having to live without the love of his life must have been devastating. It must have been soul crushing for him. So I felt like my dad, he just checked out. He checked out of everything, I feel like. But but the thing that I could remember the most is him putting up a brave face. So he's always made us feel like he's okay, and I really appreciate that he didn't want us to be worried for him. I could tell. So yeah, I just wanted to share this story with you, and if you're watching this and you've gone through losing someone, I just want you to be strong and lean on your community. At the time I lost my dad, I was already married. So my wife was a huge support for me in that time. My siblings as well. We were able to support each other through the losses. So extended family members, they were very instrumental in helping us get through this. If you're getting any value from this video at all, like and subscribe. So now that you have a bit of background, here are some tips that I can share with you that helped me get through this very difficult time. If you're someone who lost someone dear to you, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that. Secondly, some tips that helped me get through this difficult time. Number one, remembering them. Remembering them in a sense that if you have photos, if you have videos, if you have anything that reminds you of them, I would say that you should go through that regularly, because this is going to help you to kind of enjoy the memories that you shared with them whilst they were here. And obviously, if you're able to attend where they were buried as well, this will also help, because now not only do you have photos and videos to go through, you can actually stand at their graveside and where they were buried and just talk about how you feel, talk to them about, what's been happening in your life. You have no idea how therapeutic this is. Even me talking about this right now just feels like a humongous load has been lifted off my shoulders, because I've been the type of person that try to act like everything's okay, but I would have panic attacks for no reason at all. And my family keep telling me that it may be because I have so many things that I haven't dealt with yet. And yeah, so talking about them, remembering them, visiting their graveside, keeping their memories alive in your mind can definitely help you get through and cope. Another tip that I have is lean on your community. So if you attend church, if you have family members around you, or you have access to therapy, take advantage of all these things, because they helped me get through. My family, most importantly. At the time I had lost my father, I was already married, so I had my wife to help me through this time. Her support was huge. I could have lost my mind, but her support was so massive. My extended family members were instrumental in helping me get through this. My aunties, my uncles, and amazing people. Another tip that I have is stay away from family drama as much as you can. Can't count how many times I've had to distance myself from family drama. It's hard, it's difficult, because you only get one family when you come into this world, but try as much as possible to distance yourself from family drama. Toxic energy will drain you further. It will just make this whole ordeal 10 times harder. It doesn't have to be that way. So if you can, try to keep your distance from toxic energy. Anyone who you know in your family that drains your energy, try as much as possible to stay away from them. If people drain your energy, stay away from them. Protect your energy, protect yourself. Even if you have to just take some time to yourself, you deserve it. And no one should tell you that you can't do that. I've had to do that for myself. There are certain people, not to put my family on blast, but there are certain people that I've had to stay away from. So if you have to do this for yourself, by all means, do that. You don't have to take permission from anyone to protect your mental health. I was also going to say it's okay to feel like you have a lot of questions for God, because I still do. I have a lot of questions for God. I want to know why my dad had to go in such a manner, but right now I don't have those answers, and that's okay, because I know that one day we're going to meet God and we're going to be able to ask these questions. We're going to have the opportunity to see what we can't see now, to have the answers to the questions that are burning in our minds. Couldn't have gotten this far by myself. Now I'm happily married. I've built a business from scratch within 7 years. I'm a proud father, and I've just tried my best to be there for my siblings. We always try as much as possible to spend Christmas together, to share memories, to take pictures, to have fun together. This is what it's all about. It's the time that we spend with our family that really matters. That's what people will remember when you're no longer here. People will remember how you made them feel. You're always being there for people, being willing and ready to help. All that matters. Yeah, so truth is, I couldn't have done this by myself. I give all glory to God. Another thing that helped me tremendously is creativity, music. So I'm into music. I love creating beats. I love to just immerse myself in hours and hours of mixing my music, of writing, of recording. stuff like that. It's just an outlet for me, and this helps greatly. So if you're able to find something that helps you have an outlet, whether that's taking an art class or, sewing, exercise, or even music, whatever it is that helps you to have an outlet, I think it's very important to find that outlet. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, hit the bell notification so you get notified when I drop a new video. Other than that, hope you found this valuable. I'll see you in the next video.